All right, Scorp, black and white. All or nothing is not going to work this time. Some of you are struggling with needing to be flexible on something that you may have been stubborn about before. And that may be, the personal challenge or struggle here. But some of you may be wanting to improve your own flexibility. So the monster within from Lay Vampire, internal struggle, personal challenges, and wanting to improve, and then flexibility from Wisdom of the Oracle. What I found interesting with this was that it talked about people being flexible with you, but are you not willing to be? And that may be the struggle here. So the monster within, it talks about knowing our own faults and flaws can give us the tools to transform them into our strengths. It says, working with this card, if you begin to practice discipline each day and create new ways of dealing with frustrations and difficulties, you will find your so-called negative traits can be reshaped, and who you are will be redefined. Changing yourself is a great purpose, but you have to be willing to be a little bit more flexible. I don't necessarily feel like open-minded is an issue. I think that if you're dealing with someone or something that you already have like a set way of believing about, I think that flexibility is saying here that maybe it's time to look at that now. Because I get the feeling from this that some of you already have your own way of feeling about a situation. Your personal challenge here is, can you see it differently? But that may be based on another person's actions though too. And I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Now, flexibility, it's saying that this is how you need to be now, willing to learn, being teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, but so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. So are you needing to be that way with somebody that may have put you in this position where like, nope, it is what it is. I can't see it another way. Well, maybe now it's time that you need to see it a different way. Here's your overall, the Empress. Wow. All right. The Empress being the overall. For you, do you feel comfortable? Do you feel abundant? Do you feel like you get to enjoy the things that are happening in your life right now? Right? Because like I've always said with the Empress, it's about enjoying the physical senses, Now, for some of you, right, it may be that you are the mother figure or you're dealing with a mother figure because of it being the Empress, right? But it's about being nurturing, bringing things to life, enjoying the things that you bring to life, But if you're not willing to be flexible, are you seeing the abundance that's around you right now? Or are you unhappy about a situation, right? It just depends here, but we'll see. Oh, shitty. All right. In the past, the damn devil. And, I just need to spit it out. It's your fault. It's your own damn fault, okay? That's what I'm getting from this. The devil being the past coming through. You put yourself in this position. You put yourself in an unhealthy situation. You may not be happy with the way things are going, but I feel like you did this because you wanted to experience something. Now it's like, the devil on your back, so to speak, that, or some of you are just looking at a situation that you're dealing with right now and going, I'm not happy with this. I want to change it, and get back to a place where you feel abundant, right? Oh boy. All right. In the present, the world. Nice. All right. So now with the world, right? It's not the overall. Usually when I see the world as the overall, the first thing that it indicates to me is that we need to take the next steps to get closure on a situation or end something out in a successful way. The world in the present moment is saying that for some of you, with the devil, you may be getting closure on some negative things from the past. Whatever you put yourself into, but right? What is it that you're getting closure on here? Do you feel like you have gotten control over, the things that tempt you or the things that keep you down, whatever negative thing that the devil is representing here. But with the world being in the present moment, it's a good indicator that that's over with. in a way where you feel good about moving on, especially with the Empress being there. But I'm curious. Yeah. Speaking of fucking flexibility, there you go. The Two of Pentacles, right? Now, the thing is, though, is are you actually getting closure, though? Because here's the thing. When you're looking at the Two of Pentacles, you're talking about somebody who is trying to keep things going. You know, they've got all these things that they're trying to manage. You're keeping things up in the air, doing the balancing act, the juggling act, right? But flexibility would suggest that you're able to do this. But are you bending over backwards for the benefit of somebody else? That is one of the things that I talk about with the Two of Pentacles, because I look at this as not so much a negative thing, but if you're getting closure on the negative things from the past, then why are you in the position of the Two of Pentacles right now? You know, do you feel like there is something that you need to continue and you're not quite getting the closure on it that you need just yet? But then, you know, again, like I feel like the big time thing here is for you is that this is your own doing. You can drop this if you so choose. You know, you don't have to continue doing this, right? But is it because you are being a little bit too caring, a little bit too nurturing with the Empress, which could be another thing going on here. But how can you be happy, though, with the Devil still being an issue coming through? You know, or are you learning now to drop things that, you know, aren't worth keeping in the balancing act, so to speak, here? Wow, Scorp, the hell? Oh boy, your best path to follow, the King of Wands. What the hell is he doing there? Now, in terms of your advice, the King of Wands, especially with the Devil as the path coming through, we're talking about you needing to be careful about where your desires lead you. This is wisdom when it comes to following passion. Now, you know, this could be about a person here that maybe you've been a little bit too flexible for. You know, maybe we need to take a look at, you know, how much you're willing to give to another person here if they're not willing to give the same back. But I'm not looking at Justice or the Six of Pentacles. But I am seeing you being a little bit too flexible for possibly a person. It's interesting, you know. And for some of you, it's very simply, if you're wanting to, you know, be the Empress here, with the Devil as a path coming through, your advice with the King of Wands would be, you know, it's time now. It's time to move on. You know, it's time to start following your passion here because, you know, you at least have wisdom based on past experiences, right? But, you know, I mean, arrogance, though, you know, I worry about that a little bit there. Oh my goodness, in your environment. What in the world? What in the world? The Queen of Swords. Now, you know, I do feel like for some of you, you may have like an outside like feminine energy, like another person here that may be like kicking you in the ass. And it's funny because I've seen this for Scorpio before. Now with the Queen of Swords, absolutely, this could be you internalizing things. You know, you may be like turning your back on a situation with a person, but yet at the same time here, you're not actually getting closure on it. Because the thing is you're still willing to continue the act of, you know, being flexible for somebody else. And, you know, it makes me wonder here, if the personal struggle isn't being involved with an unhealthy situation where somebody is just not seeing how they are causing you detriment. Because I look at the Empress and the way that it's coming down, and I don't think that any of you are getting to this place of feeling abundant right now. You know, I think that you're trying. I think that that is the goal, being the overall. But what senses have you indulged in that put you in a place where now it's becoming unhealthy? You know? Now, like I said, this could be somebody in your environment saying, what the hell is wrong with you? Let's shut the door on this now. But you, though, are not listening. You know, you may think that this is the way something has to go with a person. Like you have to. There's something about it that you feel like you still need to be available almost. You know, but are you Are you getting that kind of love and compassion and, you know, nurturing energy back? Or are you the only one that's giving? Damn, man. The hell. But I feel like with the world, I don't know that I am not seeing that happening because of where you move into future conditions. You know, I think that there are some things that you want to get closure on with a person. I don't know that, you know, you're fully open here. I mean, one of the things that I talk about, especially with this one, is, you know, if this is what you're internalizing, right? It's like you're taking the hand, but at the same time, yeah, I got my motherfucking sword with me. I will stab your ass, right? But I do still feel like for some of you, you may have like a female influence here that's trying to kick you in the right direction, but I don't know that you're actually listening. And like I said, it may be because of a person. It may be because of an unhealthy attraction. Man, oh man. Oh my God. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Your hopes and your fears, the King of Swords. With the Queen of Swords, one of the things that I talk about is when we see a pairing, right? A lot of times it would suggest that you're meeting somebody at like the same, like, energetic frequency. You guys are on the same path. You're on the same vibration, right? So it's a good pairing. But with the King and Queen of Swords, it's different. This is difficult at best. The Queen of Swords is typically looked at as the divorced woman, the single woman, because her partner is emotionally unavailable, which is the King of Swords. So when you look at this as a pairing, it's difficult. Intellectually, you may be on the same level. But as far as the way that you feel, the King of Swords would be responsible for the fact that the Queen of Swords is a little bit bitter. I mean, you know, let's be real, right? The King of Swords as your hopes and fears. This would be about this person. You have hopes and fears surrounding a person here. And it may be that you are fearing that, you know, they're not feeling the same way that you are, which, you know, would go right back to this unhealthy attachment. You know, you got to close this situation out. I feel like all of this is leading up to you having an unhealthy attachment to a person who is not available to you. And you're running the risk here of becoming really bitter because you're continuously being flexible for them. You know, is it worth it? Is it worth doing that? You know, you may be trying to communicate to this person that there are some things that we need to get closure on. Things that you aren't happy with, that you're not comfortable with. But I don't know that that happens, because looking at the Two of Pentacles, you're still playing the game. Wow, Scorp, the hell. And then coming out the Four of Pentacles. You know, what the fuck? The Four of Pentacles coming out, we're talking about somebody who is not willing to give anything anymore. They're trying to maintain what little bit they have gained, trying to maintain stability in a situation, not wanting things to change because of fear of a loss. But with the Empress being there, I swear to God, I'm looking at this in reverse. I do still feel like it stands for some of you. You have somebody who may be trying to rationalize with you that this situation needs to be over with, but it doesn't matter to me, because looking at this, I don't think that it is. Somebody else here is responsible for, in your eyes, for, you know, closing something out, getting closure in a situation. But the thing is I don't think that you're getting it. But the thing is there are things that you're not willing to let go of, but at the same time, you're playing the game. You're playing the game of, I want to keep this situation going, but I'm not going to let go of this. It's not working. It's not working, right? And then there you are, the Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. The Nine of Wands. With the Devil, you already see that for what it is. You know that there may be an unhealthy attachment on your part. You're responsible for this. You know, like, I can't stress that enough. You have put yourself in this situation. Now, with the Nine of Wands, right? Like, when you look at this one, it definitely suggests paranoia. You know, picking out behind the wall to see what else is coming at you. You know, preparing for whatever attack is going to happen next, so to speak, right? Being, you know, emotionally drugged through the mud. And there are things that you're not willing to let go of. But as long as you keep the wall up and you're not willing to let go of anything, then nothing is going to change. You can't expect there to be closure. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, again, devil's advocate here, this other person may be trying, but man, they're not doing it in the right way. Not for you. Now, the Chariot and looking at the world, right? There's absolutely an opportunity here to get closure on things, but it's up to you on whether or not you want to let that go, or if you're still going to hold on to that resentment, that bitterness, whatever. But you're still being flexible for possibly a person here, you know? But with the Chariot, you know, self-control, willpower, victory, momentum. But the thing is with the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, where are you going? Where are you being pulled to? You know, do you feel like you have a sense of control over what is happening here? Or do you feel like the only way to have control here is by holding on to things, which, you know, obviously is not healthy? The Queen of Cups coming out. Too emotionally attached, too emotionally invested, but your fear is that it's not being reciprocated, looking at the King of Swords. Seriously. Some of you are in a relationship with somebody who clearly is not giving you the emotional feedback that you need. You know, where you should be the Empress, you should be feeling abundant in this situation, you should be feeling good and feeling the love, right? Venus and all that good stuff. I don't think that you are. Now, right? Like, I also don't think that it's entirely this person's fault though either. You know, but I do feel like where they are failing you is on, you know, an emotional level and them not responding in that way. But goddamn, man. In order for you to get more in tune with the way that you feel about this, you need to stop doing this because it's not benefiting you. You're holding on to things that you need to let go of, right? And whatever it is, I don't think that this person understands, which is why you're looking at him as the King of Swords. They're not giving you what you need to make you feel good, make you feel abundant, you know. And I still go back to that King of Wands, and I worry about somebody who is like, I worry that some of you are dealing with somebody who's a little bit arrogant and self-serving. Okay, and I don't want to say that they're a bad person, but I feel like that is the way that they are coming off to you. But is that your fault, though, for holding on to things? What is it that you need to let go of? Where do you need to feel like you're more emotionally in tune? What action can you take to get to that place? Because bending over backwards isn't going to give you shit. And then tranquility. Damn, man. You need to kind of free yourself from whatever you feel like you need to continue doing here, right? I almost feel like some of you may feel like if you let this go, you're going to lose. You're going to lose someone. You're not going to be able to, you know, maintain this kind of unhealthy attachment or connection, right? So with freedom, you need to let go. You need to let go here. If you want to flourish, my God, if I could talk right, you need freedom from this situation, the unhealthy attachment, and you need to find your own personal tranquility and get better in tune with your own emotions surrounding a person, I feel like. And then solitude and silence, peace prevails. Yeah, you need to take a time out from this, especially if there's too much emotional attachment here. But that unknown territory is something that may kind of push you into the silence. One of the things that I talk about with Scorpio that some people don't understand is that we need time to process things, right? And that's just, you know, how Scorps are. Because nothing is, you know, that simple. So for some of you, the unknown territory here is going to be where you're headed with this situation and how you choose to deal with this person, this unhealthy attachment. But you're going to need some silence and some peace here in order to get tranquility and some freedom from this, is what I feel like. But damn, Scorp, and you guys will have to let me know on this. But you did this, like, and I don't ever usually feel that way. I look at, you know, when I do readings for signs, you know, what is happening to you. But this time I felt like I needed to play devil's advocate here, right? If somebody is acting like an idiot, well, you know, the way that you're responding is not helping the situation. You know, they may not see that they're acting like an idiot. You know, then maybe at the same time you are dealing with a self-serving, arrogant asshole, which is very possible here. And you need to stop bending over backwards for them because you have an unhealthy attachment. Either way, you can't keep the wall up when it comes to this, because holding on to it is not benefiting you, right? And it's funny because I remember last week telling you that I'm not going to tell you to drop the wall because sometimes that's all that you've got, right? Like you need to kind of protect yourself, but this time it's not going to help you. There is not going to be a clear sense of direction if you're not willing to change, right? But that's only for those of you who are bending over backwards for the benefit of somebody who isn't giving you the same in return. Because I still feel like, you know, the potential of the Empress is there, but I don't think that you're feeling it right now.